Hi everybody, this is Ellie. Thanks so much for joining me for day 21 of our 2020 Planner Advent series. I cannot believe that this is already my fifth and final video of this series. It has been so much fun to work with such a lovely group, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this series as much as we've enjoyed putting it together and filming it. If you're not familiar, Simone created this challenge and she asked myself, John at Planning with John, Amanda at Ink Imperfections, and Dakshana to each create 5 videos as well as herself, and that way we could post a video from December 1st until the 25th. She has compiled a playlist with all the videos to date, so I will link that above. And if you haven't already, I would highly recommend checking out everybody's videos. We touch on the same 5 topics, but we all have such different planner styles and needs. And it's just been a lot of fun getting different ideas and inspiration from other creators. This last video is a Plan With Me challenge that the 5 of us have posed to one another. So the way that it works is that we each selected one person from our group, and then we posed a challenge for them where we selected the kinds of materials that we wanted them to use to plan for a week. So for example, the person who got my name and posed a challenge to me was John. So his challenge to me is to use 2 brush pens, 1 washi tape, stickers and or stamps, 1 nice pen, and 1 colored pencil to plan out an entire week and to only use those items. Simone said that in scrapbooking, these are called recipe challenges. So I've just put on a post-it here for myself the recipe that John has given me. I think this is going to be so much fun. And I thought I would actually kind of pick through the items that I want to use with you guys on camera. The way that I'm planning to try and film this video is I'll film a little bit today and then hopefully a few days throughout this week, and then I'll put it all together and we can see how it turns out. I'm filming this early. I'm filming this the week starting December 7th, just because I know that it's going to get really busy the closer it gets to Christmas, and I wanted to be sure I had it done and could really take my time and have fun with it. Those of you who aren't familiar, I plan in a pocket-sized bullet journal. So when I do a plan with me, I don't plan an entire week ahead because I am doing day-to-day right now. But I can start with my Monday spread and also, like I said, choose the things that I want to use. I think the first thing I will do is choose my 2 brush pens. So I'll just open it to a page at the back here so I can test things. This is the brush pen that I chose for December. I think I might want to stick with that, so I'll put it here for now. Let's take a look at one of these lighter brush pens to go with it. That's nice. I don't know how well it picks up on camera, but that's the 990. That's a nice one too, the 992. And somewhere in between is the 942. I think I'm going to go with the lightest shade, the 990, and this green here, which is the 027. So now that I have my 2 brush pens, I will choose a washi tape. I'm going to go definitely with a Christmas theme, but I think more of a neutral/natural Christmas theme. These are the washi tapes that I planned to use for this whole month, and they're all super cute. What do I think I won't get too tired of and that can be pretty versatile for me? I think I'm going to go with this plaid one here. I think it picks up some of these colors and I can always tear it to be different widths. Yeah, I like that. This will be my 1 washi tape. I'm going to skip ahead for now to the 1 nice pen. I can't use a fountain pen in here because I only have one and the ink that's in it bleeds right through. So typically I use my Uniball Signo or my Jetstream, but For the next week, I pulled out a couple of different brown and green pens to see. Okay, so this is the Pilot Precise. I think this is going to bleed. Yeah, that doesn't quite bleed through, but it's right on the cusp, so no to that one. Let me do my greens first. This is one of the Zebra Sarasa colors. I think it's green black. I don't know why I wrote Pilot again. That's a nice color, and the bleed through is fine. It's quite a bit bluer though than this, so I'm not sure I'll choose that one. We're going into some browns now. I like that color. That one's a nice color as well, but it's so dark that it looks nearly black, and I think I'd like a pen that is different than my usual black, so I won't use that one. And the last one is this Energel Clena in the 0.4. Let me give this one a try. I'm not super familiar with this one, so I'm torn. I'm torn between the Energel Clena and this brown. This green is beautiful, but just too blue to go with these neutrals. This one, to me, seems pretty similar to the Tombow green, and I don't know if that's a good thing or if it's, I don't know, too much of the same. You know what, let's give this one a shot. I haven't used this for any length of time, and it also kind of picks up on this color here in my washi tape. Okay, so we've got my brush pens, my washi tape, nice pen, one colored pencil. I was originally thinking of going neutral, but now I'm thinking maybe I'll choose something that's kind of burgundy red to pick up those colors. I have these Arteza colored pencils. Now that I'm looking though, those are too bright. Maybe something from here. I don't want a bright red. Let's see. Ooh, I think this is already it. This is the passion fruit. Do I need to try any more? Maybe I'll give this one a try. This is Garnet. Oh, okay, this one is it. Okay, so I'm going to choose the Garnet. That needs to be sharpened. And the last thing that I need to choose are my stickers and or stamps. So I'm going to go with stickers, and John was generous leaving it open like that for me. What I've decided to do is go for my new favorites, these stickers from Paperbits Co. And I'm just going to pull some off and put them on an old sticker sheet that I finished. I just peeled off the, sticker paper that was left, and I'll put them on here, and I will only use from this sheet. Okay, so these are the only stickers that I'm going to use this week. They are all from Paperbits Co. and they're all so stinking adorable. I love her critters, this bear, the bunny, the reindeer. I'm going to have so much fun using these. So these are my ingredients for the recipe challenge that John at Planning with John posed me, and now I will start my actual planning for the coming week. When I'm setting up my week, the first thing I do is go to the beginning of the month. I haven't actually put in any tasks here yet, so I don't need to pull from there. Here, I'll take a look and see that I have an appointment and a birthday, which should both already be scheduled in the week. That's perfect. Then I will go to the previous week and see any tasks here that I need to migrate. finished Christmas shopping, Christmas cookie plans, and something that Paul and I are working on together. So I will put all of those in because none of those things are completed yet. At this point, sometimes I will do my content planning for Instagram, which for me basically just means choosing the days that I'd like to post. I didn't do that last week and I barely posted anything. That's why I do it. It's just for myself. Otherwise, I just honestly forget. And then I'm usually sad that I didn't do it. I like the interaction with you guys and I really enjoy it. So tomorrow's Monday, so maybe I will try to post on Monday, Tuesday. I'll go for Thursday and Saturday. I will put down specific ideas, but because I film with my phone and I need to look at what I've posted recently, I'll have to do that later. Last week, I don't know what happened with tracking last week. I just totally forgot to fill this in, but I am trying to be more consistent with my water intake, so I will track that again. It's getting a little harder to write in these bottom sections now that the Zequenz has gotten fluffy, but I can still make it work. And then on Sundays, I usually do the weather. I didn't actually do them here, but what I've been doing is using these stickers, which are beautiful, but are not part of my recipe this week. So I am just going to freehand it. I wrote down the weather for the week, so here we go. And there we go. That turned out pretty cute. I'm really liking this Energel Clena, so that's a bonus. And after this, I will go to my dailies. Let's see if there's any bleed through. Little hints of it, but nothing that concerns me. So here are my new tabs. So this is today, it's Sunday, and I'm not going to start here because I'm gonna make a list of the cookies we'd like to bake over the next few weeks. And on this page, I'm going to do a spread with the recipe that John gave me. So let's set up Monday first. I'm gonna try something different. I'm going to try and actually use these guys since I've been challenged to. So let's see. I'm a creature of habit, guys. Going for something different now is throwing me a little bit, but should be okay. You know what? I'm going to do this first. So there's my Monday, and I'm just going to try and write over it and see how I like that. That looks okay. You can't actually really see that it says MON behind it, so maybe not ideal, but not bad to try out. I'm still going to do my line because that's my favorite. And we'll see what needs to migrate. I don't think I'm going to work on my budget today, so I will put that for tomorrow. Shopping, I'm going to do that at the end because I may be able to get some more of that done today. Instagram schedule, hopefully I do today. YouTube, I did that. Medication, I'll do that today. Weather, check. Cookie ingredient list. I'm going to write cookie plans here because even if I get the ingredient list done today, I still want to schedule it out, and I'll do that tomorrow. I really like these colors, actually. So here I said I'll do a cookie list. Let's just get that ready. Give that a second to dry. And I will do it here too. Oh, that one's way thicker. Well, that's okay. So I've just played around with a little bit of different lettering. I don't usually print with my Tombows, but it turned out okay. The outlining's a little messy, but it's all good. It looks like a nice rustic recipe here. So I'm going to write down the recipe and also the choices that I've made. So for my 2 brush pens, this is $9.90, I said, and 0.27. One washi tape. I don't know if I mentioned where this is from, but this is an old washi tape from one of those Michael's tube kind of sets. So I think it's Recollections brand, but I'm not sure. Oh, it's a big piece I ripped, but that's okay. It should fit. So stickers and or stamps. Just circle what I've chosen, and maybe I can put a cute little one here. Put one of these little guys. One nice pen. Energel Clena 0.4. Unfortunately, I don't know what ink this is off the top of my head. I'll leave a space to write that in after. And the last one can go here. And there you have it, the best laid plans, guys. And for the colored pencil, I have the Arteza Garnet. So this is the start to my Plan With Me week. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I love these choices. I love the challenge. Thank you, Simone, for coming up with it. And thank you, John, for giving me such a fun recipe to work with. I will be back. I'm back and it's Tuesday evening, and I thought I would just go through my evening routine. I am going to pull out this paper just because it really does help me stay on track and hopefully cement this as a routine. So prep tomorrow's page. Okay, you know what? Before I do that, I do want to do a couple of spreads, and I'm going to do them both on this page just because I don't think I'll need a bigger spread. Let's see, we'll start with one. I want to make a cookie calendar that just gives me an idea of which days between now and Christmas I'd like to bake. Just using that same Tombow, so I have my selected ingredients from the recipe that John gave me here. I have my calendar here. This one's from the Paperbits Co. And I just need to think about how exactly I want to do that. So today is the 8th, so we have just over 2 weeks now. I think I'm going to try and just draw in a calendar with this lighter color Tombow. So, okay, this is probably a good time to get to my grid spacing page. So, okay, there's about 20 across. What do I want to... And then we're going to go, maybe we'll do 3 boxes down. How many weeks did I say? 2? Okay, this should be interesting. I've never quite done something like this, and usually I would prep it with a pencil or something, but that's all right. I'm just going rogue. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Just draw these lines for myself, and Christmas Day is on a Friday. All right, wish me luck. already went over. There's some definite bleed through here just to be aware of. Okay, I mean, you know, overall, could have been better, could have been worse. I could have done a calendar like my Calendex, but I do find this easier to visualize. So that's why I decided to do that. We'll just put Monday, Tuesday. I'm gonna put in the dates. And I didn't mention it in the first part of this video, but I know that the way I hold my pen looks incredibly uncomfortable and honestly like really unattractive from this bird's eye view, but it works for me and it's not uncomfortable. So I just thought I would address that. Okay, so I guess my vague idea here is that I will just do some sort of symbol here to mark the days that I would ideally like to bake. So tomorrow's Wednesday. Maybe I'll do it a week at a time. I think that's the best way to keep it manageable for myself. So I'm going to say that ideally I would like to bake tomorrow, and on the weekend, let's say Saturday. Okay, and then I think what I'll do is I'm just going to write those dates here and figure out what I want to bake. Tomorrow, I'd like to bake some ginger cookies. I already have that recipe and the ingredients ready. And I'll leave Saturday. I think I might try and bake a couple of different kinds on Saturday. So, you know what? I'm thinking I'm probably just going to leave just this spread on this page. So I will call it Cookie Calendar. I like that name. No, you know what? I'm going to do both spreads on the same page. Sorry guys, I am all over the place. This next one is just a few video ideas that I want to jot down kind of surrounding going into the new year and setups. So I don't need very much space for that, especially since this is nearly the end of this bullet journal. I'm just going to do it right here. Okay, so I'll just put maybe moving into a new bullet journal. And I'm going to leave that for now. I think that's pretty much the idea I've got. I'm going to use this little Paperbits Co sticker and put her right there for baking. Okay, so that was just basically how I add new spreads if I feel like I need them. And then we're going to go ahead and prep tomorrow's page. So I did it a teeny bit differently than I did Mondays. I just added the little line in front of it. Wednesday, the 9th. Ooh, I forgot that I should have written Wednesday on top of that before drawing my lines. Well, now I guess I know I have a small space to work with. Okay, so go through my tasks, the cookie calendar. I did the shopping. This is ongoing. I do pieces, but I haven't really completed some people, so I will put that for tomorrow too. I think I might finish this tonight, so you know what? I'm just going to leave those spaces for now, and then I'll be able to fit us all if I need to. So I've migrated that. Wrap gifts, I started that, but I haven't finished, so I'll put that for tomorrow as well. I'm really liking this Energel Clena. I like the way my writing looks with it, and I love the color, which I looked up to tell you guys, and it turns out the ink is just called brown, so easy to remember. Planner prep notes. Ooh, I haven't done that yet. I'm not going to tonight. And create December 2020 prep. I did that. I know I'm late, but I do really want to participate. It's created by Bree, and this year it's hosted by Bree at Documented Journey and Emily at Emmylou Arts. So for me, when I say prep, I just mean that I printed off their actual graphic with the daily challenge, and then I printed off some doodles that I will try to recreate in my own journal. So I'm not sure if other people can draw these things without looking at something, but I definitely need to have an image in front of me or the object itself, but more likely a 2D image. I'm not great right now at drawing from 3D images to make something that I like. Okay, so prep, tasks, and then I go to, I have memories, but I've been doing it in a different order where I start on the Tuesday. Today was a pretty quiet day, no complaints though. It was nice and sunny, and we went on a morning walk with Desi, so put sunny walk there. I see here I had an appointment scheduled for tomorrow, but that was rescheduled to Thursday. I am going to cheat a little bit here and just pull out my red pen for this. I had 2 appointments rescheduled, so I'm going to put those both in now before I forget. And the red pen really helps them pop. Okay. Then we go here. Oh, here I'm just going to cross it out like that because I have the space. So 9:15 and 8. Okay, so then I come here and I look. I'm working on my Christmas cookie plans, finish Christmas shopping. Those are both on the list. This is something Paul's working on, wrapping gifts. Okay, so I'm pretty good on schedule here. I posted my Instagram. Oh, this is happening on Thursday. Put that here, and while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and put this 8 a.m. appointment. Okay, and then Thursday I have a quote scheduled, but nothing for tomorrow. My water, I did meet that today. Tracker and gratitude. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to my daily. Is there anything else specific I wanted to work on? Planner prep notes. Yeah, I'll put 2021 systems to remind myself. And then I want to film on Thursday. Maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna put film prep for tomorrow, and if I feel like filming tomorrow, I'll be able to, and if not, I will be ready for Thursday. So that's the planning. After that, I just kind of will jot down some memories from today. So like I said, we took Desi on a sunny morning stroll. I did some organizing, going through some old agendas and notebooks. I didn't actually get rid of anything. Well, a couple of things, but not nearly as many as I could have. I will go back through that, I think, probably in the new year. Sometimes it takes me a couple of times to go through things. I do a first one where I get rid of the really easy stuff, and then the next time or two I go through it, I'm ready to let go of some of the stuff I was iffy about. Did some wrapping with my mom. I did some ornament inventory for my friend who I'm hand lettering ornaments for. And I'm gonna put my brother and I hung out, had dinner, watched The Good Place. Rewatched The Good Place, I should say. If you haven't watched The Good Place, I would highly recommend it because it's just such a happy and hopeful and intelligent show. So I've really been enjoying that. I'm probably going to hang out with Paul and maybe we'll watch something tonight, so there will be space on the bottom for that. I'm just seeing if there's any stickers I want to use. I don't think so for today. I probably will lay down a little bit of washi tape though. I'm just going to tear it. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Definitely just meant to tear it all in half, but that's okay. I'll put that right at the very bottom. And here, all right, video ideas. For the title, I like to just put one letter per square in the grid. I like the spacing and how clean that looks. It's a little bit hard to see with the combination of the brown pen on this kind of olive Tombow, but I can still see it, so it's all good. Okay, and that's kind of my evening routine for Tuesday and how I just include notes or spreads throughout my dailies. It's now Sunday the 13th and I'm on the last day of my Plan With Me challenge week. I had the idea to add another spread, so I figured I would just turn the camera on and do that with you guys. You might have noticed I'm not very precious with this, and I'm also not super consistent with getting a clean edge with the Tombows. I'm obviously with the mild liner or the Stabilo highlighters that I have, it's a lot easier because it has the chisel tip, but I kind of like the rugged look that this gives me. So one of the things that I would ideally like to do before the end of 2020, but also realize might not happen because we're basically halfway through the month already, and how did that happen? Anyways, the thing I want to do is get my setups set up. So I'm just going to make a list of the ones that I want to work on, the ones that actually need something done for them to be functional for me, and then hopefully I can move through that list. So let me use a sticker first. I'm going to use this cute reindeer planning. That's perfect. I'll put him right at the front there, and then I'll write in the title after. So some setups require much more active setting up. So I think probably the biggest one for me is working through my power sheets. That is my goal planner, and there's a lot of prep work that goes with that. So I'm actually going to put the prep work here, and then I'll put January here because those are two separate sets of work. I obviously will set up my bullet journal. And as I've already shared with you guys, I do have an insert that will be my future log, and I have that separated so that it can come with me from bullet journal to bullet journal and I don't have to keep writing out that information. The other thing that will require an active setup is my budget planning. In my 2020 versus 2021 lineup, I talked a little bit about the budget system that I use, and it's printable from the Budget Mom. So I just need to print out at least January's pages, and if I'm really organized, maybe I'll do 3 months in advance so that I don't have to do it every month. Aside from this, I do want to get into my cousin a little bit, and I'm not going to do very much of a setup in there, but I would probably like to lay some stickers down and maybe brainstorm some ways that I see myself using it, and same with the weeks. I'm pretty set on how I want to start the year using it, but I do still want to go through the pages and maybe see if there's any specific layouts I want to try or things that I want to write, where I want to put them, all that fun stuff. To me, the setting up process is so much fun, so I really enjoy that. But to start the year, these top 3 are super important, and the budget is 2, but that's something that if I need to do in January, I'll be able to do it and still catch up. But the goal is to have these 4 done before January 1st. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated. I will also pop back on later tonight or tomorrow to just flip through the completed week. I'm just going to call this 2021 prep, I think. So I still do rapid logging, obviously, as you've seen, and I do still follow Ryder Carroll's method pretty carefully, where I just write the same thing every day if I need to, until it gets done or marked off as irrelevant. And I just flipped back to see that I've been writing these planner prep notes since Tuesday. And you know what? I kept writing them, kept writing them, and now I finally get to check them off. So for me, it is really important to keep those at the front of my brain. And that way I can make a decision of if I want to keep trying to do it in the immediate future, if I want to schedule it into my future log, or if I've just realized it's not important to me and I don't want to do it at all. So I will pop back on here and show you a flip through of this week. It is now Monday, the Plan With Me recipe week is over, and I wanted to give you guys my final thoughts. First of all, I loved this idea from Simone, and I loved the specific recipe that John gave me. It pushed me to try things that I don't usually use, like more brush pens, a pencil crayon, a pen that isn't black, and it was just really fun to play around. I love how cohesive this ended up being. I did have a couple of thoughts that maybe it was almost too monochromatic. I think this colored pencil ended up being a lot closer to the brown ink than I thought it would be, but I'll flip through the week and I still think it turned out really, really great. I've also mentioned this before, but this kind of challenge is right in my wheelhouse. I love having a curated selection of items to choose from. It just kind of eliminates any decision-making pressure I put on myself, and I just choose right from that, and it's a lot faster. I had my sheet of stickers only from Paperbits Co, and these were super fun to use. I think I put on way more than I needed. The pen itself, I really enjoyed. It did feel a little thin at times for me. It's 0.4, and the pen I've been using lately, the Signo RT1, is 0.38, but it still feels thicker. So, I mean, that's just the pens itself and probably the ink as it comes out. It didn't skip or anything on me, but I would also be interested in trying this in the 0.5 just to see the difference. You'll see my planning style itself didn't change. I still do the date myself, this lovely line, my tasks, and my memories. I've used the pencil crayon here for a little drop shadow. Here's my cookie calendar spread. It's going pretty well. I used some of the washi tape, some video ideas, well, just the one for now. I used the pencil crayon just to do a little bit of lettering there for a baking day. This was a heavy baking week. And I also just colored in a swatch to do some layering with my washi tape, and I quite like that. Maybe I would layer it on top a little bit more, but I think that's super cute. And as for this here, I'm not sure if this is technically considered cheating, but I got the advent calendar from the Coffee Monsters Co. So every day that I opened one of her envelopes, I included the date label, and if it was washi, I put in a swatch because it's just so cute. And I figured that this wasn't really used for planning at all. This is more in line with memory keeping, so I don't think it's considered cheating. And John, I hope you agree with me. Here, there's just a lot of notes. Still use my icons. This one here's for when we watched a movie, TV. Another baking day. We made 2 different kinds of cookies today, and my brother and his girlfriend made dumplings, so it was just a delicious Saturday. And Sunday, a lot of text. Oh, Paul and I finished the Queen's Gambit, and I absolutely loved it. All of the hype is so well deserved, and it was just such an experience to watch it. So I wrote a bunch of my thoughts there when they were really, really fresh. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. And I have my 2020 prep. I have a list of the setups I want to get to before January 1st, and we'll see how that goes. I want to start my power sheets this week, so that's one of my weekly goals. And then we move to today. I'll just also show you my weekly overview. So you'll see here in my Calendex, I still used the pen to put in my memories and to cross off the days. And my tasks, finished one, worked on a couple of other ones. This one we've just migrated into the future log for now. It's not going to happen this month, and that's okay. Just put it in the front of my system for 2021. Didn't do so great with water this week. And yeah, put in my gratitude and my memories. This Planner Advent series has been so much fun. It's been amazing to collaborate with such a wonderful group. I have loved watching John's and Amanda's and Dakshana's and Simone's videos. Everybody has such a different and thoughtful approach, and I've just gotten so much inspiration from all of them. I've also really loved all of the comments and interactions with you all, so thank you so much for watching and for following along with us. I'm not sure, I'm filming this a little early, so I'm not sure if I'll have another video before Christmas and the New Year, so I just wanted to take a moment to wish you Merry Christmas if you celebrate, Happy Holidays, and here's to 2021 and whatever that brings us. Stay safe, I appreciate all of you so much, and I'll see you next time.